her voice steel-edged. "You swore an oath. This behaviour shames your uncle and your family. If my step-uncle wants the value of my service, he can earn it. Boy, how much do you think your service is worth?" For a moment she was snarling. Then calm swept over her face. She turned and began striding away, boots clicking on the flagstones. 10 bells, Vedren Chel, with the robes, she called over her shoulder. Obey or don't. But attend to your stench. A breeze ruffled the palms in the courtyard, and they slapped together like a round of sarcastic applause. Chel caught a whiff of himself, recoiled, then nodded his thudding head in bitter acknowledgement. Fine. Chel bent over one of the stable's water troughs, scooping handfuls of cool, musty water over his face. A palace horse watched him from the dark of its stable. Chel did his best to ignore it. He felt disapproved of enough already. "You're up, Master Chel. Up-ish, at least." A broad and beaming figure in a battered guardsman's uniform was at his elbow. "Didn't think we'd be seeing you for a good while this morning." "Ugh," Chel grunted, and wiped himself down with a horse blanket. "Healy." "So," the guardsman said, leaning forward in a conspiratorial fashion. "Did you win?" Chel pressed one palm to his thudding temple. "In a manner of speaking." Healy chuckled, a sound like marbles rattling. "Can't say no to a challenge, can you, my boy?" Chel grunted again and leaned back against the stable wall. The stable yard churned with a gathering retinue. Another of the minor lords assembling his host, now that the campaigning season was drawing to a close. Chel watched the formation of their column with envious eyes. Within the hour, the column would be on the road, and its host would be back in their homes before winter hit. "They're not staying for the festival, then," Healy said, with a nod to the milling horse. "Any chance your lot?" Chel spat a wad of sticky dust. "Sokol's so obsessed with rubbing up against royalty that he's hanging on for the court's arrival, and he's chummy enough with the Grand Duke that will not be kicked onto the road any time soon. I'm not that lucky." He flicked away, a spherical fly. Hangover sweat mixed with trough water dripping from his brow. "5 hells. How can you stand this heat?" Healy chuckled again. "How can you not, Master Chel? Thought you Andris were the blooms of the desert." "Give it a rest, Healy. I grew up in the south. It's not that hot down there, not like this. By the harvest festivals, we're usually a month or 2 into the rains." Healy cast a glance up at the pristine, punishingly cloudless sky. "Doesn't look like rain any time soon, Master Chel. So happens I was heading down to the kitchen to muster a bit of breakfast. Care to join me? You look like a man in need of a feed." Chel's stomach hissed bile. His hangover agreed. "Kitchen's closed." A hard-faced woman in a smock barred the doorway. "Closed? Nonsense, my jewel," Healy replied. "How could the kitchen be closed in a festival week? We're but days from the feast." The woman's eyes narrowed. She had a jaw like quarried stone and weathered hands to match. "Off limits, then. Especially to you, Healy, and whoever's riding your pocket today." She flicked a sneer at Chel, who was quite offended. "This is no time for your antics. We've got the Order of the Rose at our shoulders. Get your meat fingers gone before the churchmen come looking at you too." The door slammed shut. Healy frowned at it. Thick lips pursed. Chel frowned at Healy. "My apologies, Master Chel."